In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use your Google Apps for Education Drive account to do everything that you used to do inside of E-BackPack so that students can create and submit assignments to you for grading. First, you need to get into your Google Apps for Education account, and so will the students. To guide them through this process, if you take them to bafusion.org, under the Google Apps for Education tab, you'll see how to sign in. Once you are there, the instructions are below. You will need to go to gcloud.baschools.org. This is the link to take you to the sign-in page. Once here, you will simply just put your username and password. Students will do the same. Their username is the 19 first and last name, or the graduation year in their first and last name, and their password. Once you are into your Google Apps for Education account, it will take you to your Google Drive. Now, your Google Drive is a cloud storage, much like Dropbox or anything like that. You can put any kinds of digital documents or anything in here when it comes to like videos, pictures, PowerPoints, spreadsheets, all kinds of things. But the things that Google has created for you give you much more options when it comes to sharing, collaborating, and doing that type of work. This is what you would use for students to actually share things with you and turn in assignments. So some of the things they have are Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Forms, Drawings, Maps. All these things will be able to be shared back to you for grading. Google Docs is just like Microsoft Word, Sheets is like Microsoft Excel, and Slides is like the PowerPoint for Microsoft. So a lot of the things that you might use to teach in your class. So you would guide your students through this process. They will need to go to New and Folder. They would name this folder their hour they're in your class. Let's just say first, and then their first and last name. Say John Smith. And then I would also put the content and tell them to put their subject there too, so like computers. This is just in case other teachers are wanting to use this system as well, so that they can do the same process and they'll be able to disseminate between the two folders. So once we do that, we will hit Create. And now you see that we have a folder with our hour, our first last name, and our content. Now, the easy way to make this shareable to you so that you can get into it anytime and grade any assignments for those students is very simple. And it's only a one-time thing for the students. So this is still the student process. So the students will need to go to the folder they just created, hover over it with their cursor, and right-click. And when they right-click on that folder, they have an option for share. They will click that option. At this time, you will direct them to enter your username in the box provided. Now, the username you need to use is your Google Apps for Education username. So let's just say that it is teacher@bapsonline.org. Alright? And what we want it to be is can edit. This way you will be able to leave comments, grade, highlight, make marks on any assignments that they put inside of that folder. And then just hit send. And yes. And what has happened now is if you go to your own Google Drive account and you go to Shared with Me, you will now see this exact same folder that the student has. And if the student goes into it and adds things to it, in your folder it will do the same. So they're the same folder, just right here for the student, and for you it will be under Shared with Me. So after you do this with your entire class under Shared with Me, you will have a bunch of these folders with the hour and the student's name. Now don't worry about being able to be organized and find which one's there or whatever when you have an assignment due. Let's say that your assignment is due Friday, so on Monday you want to grade it, or Friday night, you would simply just search the student's name up in the search drive underneath your Shared with Me folder, and it will pull that up instantly, and so that you don't have to fumble through all of the folders that were created. Now on the student side, when you want them to create work, they would create all their work inside this folder. So they'll just open up this folder and then they will create their work in here. And to do that, they would just go to New, and then they could select New Document, Sheets, Slides, drawings, whatever. Okay. Now once they do that, you'll see I can create a new document here. And one thing that you will need to guide them through is titling this document with the assignment name. Now you don't necessarily have to have the student put their name on it anymore, because under here it's in a folder with their name on it. So it would just be the name of the actual assignment, unless you choose for them to put their name on there as well. But as you can see, we're in a full editor, just kind of like Microsoft Word. You can do a lot of the same things. You can insert pictures, drawings, graphs, documents, all those types of things here, and images. To change the name of a document, you simply just click on the untitled document at the top and you give it a name, and we'll just call it assignment. So now we've titled our assignment, and we can complete the assignment. Okay, now the assignment is completed. We're all done. All right, but since I shared this folder with my teacher, anything I create underneath that folder is now shared as well. So now you'll be able to go into your shared with me, you'll go into that student's folder, and you'll see all of their documents and be able to annotate on them, grade them, make marks, and the student can simply just go back and click on it again and edit it, make changes for resubmission, whatever they want to do. So I hope that this made sense and that you'll be able to utilize this in your classroom. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.